Maurice is saying we cannot put the proportions in the law. We cannot.
The ruling party will not likely send a lion's share of 6 representatives to the Regional Assembly in Arusha. This came during this afternoon's plenary where the Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, chaired the debate on the new rules for electing those aspiring to represent Uganda. This comes on the heels of the 2012 East African Court of Justice ruling. The verdict dictates that Uganda's election for regional assembly seat must conform with Article 50 of the East African Treaty. The treaty reads that the election should represent all political parties, different shades of opinion. According to the interpretation of the ruling, the new rules will eliminate a ring-fencing 6 seats of the 9 for the ruling party.
What we need to do is, if NRM with its majority gets 6 members, this House must decide, of the 6, can you represent the shades of opinion? Can you represent the different interest groups, the gender, the youth, the workers, the people with disability? Why are we wasting time?
It is quite obvious, because of numerical strength, that the candidate of the NRM will be elected. At the end of the day, the NRM will have the same majority that it wants.
If you look in the representation of other countries, you find that at least a person with disability is among the candidates.
The Speaker told MPs that the House needs to abide by the ruling while conducting the polls.
The justification is to bring the provisions in line with Article 50 of the Treaty for the establishment of the East African Legislative Assembly and the decision of the East African Court of Justice in reference number 6 of 2012 between Among A. Anita and Attorney General of Uganda, the Secretary General of East African Community, and others. I beg to move.
However, some NRM MPs implored the Speaker to maintain the status quo, which the Speaker rejected.
It is the dominant party, NRM, which dominates the political scene. So for you to think otherwise and pretend otherwise, it's really like hiding your head in the sand. So for me, my view is that it's very necessary that the Ugandans we send to East Africa, to Arusha, reflect the political position in the country, reflecting NRM as a dominant political party.
So, saying that we should have at least women there, we have youth there, we have disabled there, we have the elderly there. Really, to me, it was not necessary.
Fine, we have the military represented in the House, we have the youth represented in the House, we have the workers represented in the House, we have the disability represented in the House. Maybe other interest group will come in future, you never know. We may have even the police want to be represented in the House. Now, in the circumstance where this kind of democracy, this kind of arrangement is supposed to be translated in the East African Parliament, how do you do it? It becomes a very big burden, because all these other interest groups will want to say, okay, we want also representation there.
Under the proposed rules, the Speaker of Parliament shall be the returning officer and will widely consult with other political parties.
But the Speaker, who will now be the returning officer, shall ensure that the members so presented and elected conform with the treaty. So it means we've left the biggest burden to the Speaker. 2, it is necessary that the political parties must sit and agree on the people they are going to nominate for us to elect.
The question is that Rule 13 be amended as proposed. Those in favor say the contrary, no?
The election is slated to take place in mid-March as over 100 politicians are seeking to represent the country in Arusha. Maurice Ochol, NTV at Parliament.
The rules of procedure will be discussed later after the budget.